Hey. Hope everybody's enjoying their Saturday. I'm just chilling out, watching some movies, playing words with friends, and listening to some videos while I just sit back and do everything, watch TV, listen to videos, and play words with friends. I want to say, too, thank y'all for supporting me. I am starting to include, in case y'all want to support my channel, my Cash App, and I'll put that in the pinned post in the comments. If you don't want to monetarily support me, I'm fine with that too. I'm just happy that y'all coming and watching my videos, to be quite honest. So, and hopefully y'all are getting something, out of it. So today I finally got in my coffee that was recommended by Keto Camp, and it's called Purity Coffee. It's organic. And what I did not know, because I'm not a big coffee drinker, I mostly like tea, is that the coffee industry is the most, out of all crops, is the most what is the word that I'm looking for? Their crops are the most worst when it comes to toxins and pesticides used on their crops, which I did not know. So when you go to the grocery store and you see organic, you thinking that it is organic, and they're not using all of that pesticides and toxins and stuff to grow their crops, and they actually are. They got this little hole on the back where you can squeeze it and sniff. I think that's pretty cool. But with this one, Keto Camp, I guess he reviewed and tasted a lot of coffees, and it came down to Purity Organic Coffee, consciously crafted for health. And let me pull this up. Okay, so with Purity Coffee, it's all about how the quality of the beans, toxin screenings, how they roast it, and they use nitrogen flush bags. Basically, I didn't know this, a lot of the cheap coffees that you find in the grocery store, and even some of the ones that say organic, I did a video years ago on that word organic and how it can be easily used and slapped on the label. All they have to do is do one thing and they could say, we're organic. So you really have to do your research. If you care, if you don't, whatever. But basically, I did not know that mold can grow on coffee beans. And Purity is one of the companies that their coffee is mold free. So it all is down to where they're sourcing their coffee beans. So it's puritycoffee.com. They say a lot of coffee brands are amazing at meeting particular standards, but less so than others. Some, for example, reach full marks for organic growth and harvest, but fall short when it comes to roasting to minimize PAHs. I don't know what that is. Many may have a high level of antioxidants, but might not be organic. Some may not even reach a level 1 score for many of the criteria. A top score is 55. Our current score is 32, and we are always striving to reach higher levels of quality. They said for every criteria, we know we are where we stand. We aim for consistency, and we maintain it through rigorous testing, even though it may require going the extra mile when it comes to both time and money. Purity spares no expense. In fact, we spent over $10,000 on testing every batch of coffee beans for toxins before and after roasting. That's a lot of money. Organics conscious farming stability. We consider it vital to know where coffee beans come from and we are never complacent in our sourcing. As a baseline, our coffee must be organically grown to eliminate any chance that toxic pesticides have permeated the coffee cherries. We ensure our coffee is officially certified organic, but have yet to reach the highest standard of organic coffee. The Smithsonian Bird Friendly Certification. This is an aspiration that serves the cause of healthy coffee as well as environmental sustainability. While many companies might choose a single farm and ignore variations in bean quality, we test every harvest. We maintain relationship with multiple conscientious farmers. Consistency is our top priority. I'm getting tongue-tied. Only the best beans make the cut. Ideally, we aim to someday collaborate with the farmers themselves on how to grow the healthiest coffee possible year after year. They test everything to ensure the harvested beans are as good as can be. We test the coffee to ensure it meets the SCAA green coffee grading standards so that it qualifies as specialty grade. That means its beans are free of fungus. Oh my gosh. Insect damage, sour or withered beans, and other imperfections, and that its flavor profile is first rate. While 80 is the baseline and 90 is the highest possible score, we've so far hit between 85 and 89.75 points every time. We have our green beans tested at a third-party lab to make sure the coffee is free of dangerous compounds like atroxitoxin, we also want to be certain that our beans are below threshold of 20 mold and yeast colonies. All coffee has at least a few trace amounts of these compounds before roasting, and once our beans are roasted in a smokeless machine regulated by a company-controlled algorithm, we are proud of the low levels of PHAs and acrylamide and the high levels of antioxidants. Yeah, all of that. So basically, they want to make sure their coffee is very, very low of toxins and mold. And that is important to them. So I didn't know coffee can grow mold, but yeah, it has. So if you can find like coffee, and you go down in there and you ask them, is your coffee mold free? Then I guess it's okay to buy. But I have used this coffee. I just used it today to make my keto coffee. I would say it's nice, it's smooth. It has a nice smell. It doesn't taste acidic. I got some coffee from Sprouts. It was a hazelnut vanilla. Oh my gosh, that coffee was so nasty, and I just got a little bit of it. I guess it was like $1 and some change. I couldn't even choke that stuff down. That's how bad it was. So they give you the process on the bag. And actually their reviews are pretty good. This bag was $18 right here. You can buy whole bean coffee, 5-pound bags, coffee pods, decaf. They also have subscriptions that you can go in. I wanted to try it first, so I just bought the one bag for $18, and I believe the shipping was free. If you get I think I did a subscription because it says from $18 a month. So you could go on puritycoffee.com and kind of just look through and see what you want to do. And what size bag is this? This is a 12-ounce bag. And it said it's best by 2/23/21. So it's not like you have to choke it down. They are on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter. So I think I chose a subscription because it was cheaper. It was $18 a month. But I think I probably will cut that because I don't think I would drink all of this a month. If you don't, it's $20 a bag for the 12 ounce, and a 5-pound bag is $90. And if you subscribe to 3 or more bags, the shipping is free. So I have to look back to see. It says each 12-ounce bags will produce approximately 25 to 35 8-ounce cup of brewed coffee, clean, delicious, healthy coffee as cheap as $55 per cup. And basically, I don't have a grinder, but I just use the food processor to grind it up. And then I have these bags right here that I got from Sprouts, coffee filters, and I just put it in a tall cup and just slowly pour the hot water over it to steep it. The things look like this. You can fold the ends over the cup, or if you have a filter, like one of those filters, you can use that. But right now I didn't want to go through all that, just getting the things and using the food processor to grind it up, just as well. I think these were like $5.99 at Sprouts. So yeah, I don't have a problem with the coffee. It actually tastes pretty good. And the fact that, it's mold-free coffee, and it's organic, and they don't have a lot of the toxins and pesticides, if any, in it, is right up my alley. Again, that little hole right here, you can, smell it without opening it. It has a nice coffee smell to it. This is what the beans look like. Yeah, it smells good. So if you love coffee, you care about the quality of your coffee, I would say try it out. Like I said, I'm not a coffee connoisseur. I'm more of a tea drinker. But I want to drink good quality if I'm drinking anything, because that's important to me. And so some of these items may be a little bit expensive, but you look at it as, you want to take care of your health now or pay for it later. So whatever you can cut back on as far as like toxins and things like that, just, try to cut back on it, instead of getting that cheeseburger, that you go to McDonald's and get, and you spend $10, $15 on, replace it with something a little bit more healthy for you. Cut out the toxins and the chemicals any which way you can. Of course, we got to pick and choose, but try to cut where you can cut, whether it's your hair and body products, certain foods that you indulge in, try to cut out as much of that stuff as possible, is what I say. So with that being said, I'm going to come back with this sugar substitute. And thank y'all for watching. Be safe and enjoy your weekend or your week whenever this drops. Peace.